Shut up and sit down.
Was like, did they change their hair colors? I was like, I can't even begin to like respond to that. I was like, I don't know, maybe why. And he's like, I think they changed their hair color. That's why I don't recognize them. I was like, ugh.
Welcome back to another episode of the Bias Fact Podcast. It's your girl, Nikki.
It's your girl, QJ.
Oh, babies. Babies? They're our babies now? Our flippers? Flippers? We're back for another band episode. This time, SF9. So,
We're here.
we're here. We'll get right into it. But yeah, it's SF9 has been an interesting journey for us because way back we were Imitation.
Yeah, ever heard of it?
We watched that because of a tease mostly, but then there was like three members or two members of SF9, Channy and Hui Kang. I think that was it. I believe those were the only two, and then anyway, they were SF9. We're like, oh, okay. And then I think you listened to them first, like a while ago, and you're like, these guys pop off. And then so we were like, okay, let's just dig into them. And then I started listening to them, and I'm stuck now. Now they're in the lexicon, guys. Okay, so SF9, like any other band that has the number in it, it's destined for failure. They're fun. But they debuted as a 9-member group on October 5th, 2016 under FNC Entertainment. Their name, SF9, means Sensational Feeling 9. And their greeting doesn't translate well, I don't think, but it says, to be sensation. Hello, we are SF9.
Hmm.
So I looked it up. I looked it up again a couple times, and that's what I saw it was sensation, but I think it should be to be sensational.
I mean,
Hello, we
probably.
are SF9. But their fandom name is Fantasy.
I looked this up, or I think I saw this, and it was like, oh, it's an acronym, and I was like, there's no way. And it said it stood for Future, Accompany, Next, Together, Effect, SF9, and You. But then I kept reading, and it was like, apparently some live stream they did where they were like making up the acronym on the spot, basically. And all the members were like, oh yeah, this is funny. It's like an acrostic poem or whatever. So it's not like legit, but obviously fans were like, it's legit. Like, this doesn't even make sense.
No, it's so silly, but sure, we are Fantasy, everybody. We're living the fantasy.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes into their color as well. So their color is Fantasia Hologram. And it's supposed to be a color that contains a profound and mysterious charm that only SF9 and Fantasy can create. Okay, it's basically like like what do you call that, holographic? Like it's pretty. I love it. Like, I do love it, but I wouldn't call it a color.
Yeah, it's like a gradient almost, but like whatever. It's like purple and blue and yellow, pink, all like
that side of a rainbow.
Light colors.
Go look it up. It's beautiful. So then their light stick. So apparently, the official light stick is known as the Jack Jack or Clapper. It was introduced in 2018, featuring design by a clapper board, which, if you don't know, is in film is also known as a slate that they use.
That's what that's supposed to look like?
Allegedly, that's from
Doesn't
my
look
research.
like that at all.
From my research, don't.
I'm just saying, I'm not seeing the vision.
It's the black and the white. You know, you went to film school. You know what the
Okay,
clapper board
so
looks
anything
like.
black and white is based off of a clapper? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
That's what they're saying. The Jack Jack, okay?
Okay,
Clapper.
sure.
Or there's also another translation that was found. A Gubong translates to Earth Rod. Seems to be unofficial.
I feel like that seems like, to me it looks like the top of a staff, so that makes more sense to me.
Well, the official term is Jack Jack. Okay.
Well, sure.
So there's two versions. One from 2018. It was only a black version, and it kind of, again, the dome of it had what I would assume is supposed to be the Fantasia hologram. So it's all sparkly at the top. And it did come with PCs. Then version 2 came out in 2020. It comes out. This is kind of cool. This is the only time I've seen this really so far. You can either get a black version or a white version of it. To me, I would never get the white version because the black version comes with all like 9 PCs of the band. Like, so you get the whole band, but the white one doesn't have that. From what I could see, I looked up a couple of unboxings and only looked like the black one had PCs in it. So
I think I saw that too, and I was looking. I like it. I think it looks great. Like, it's a very like. I mean, I would probably get the first version also, though. I don't think I would get version 2.
Yeah, the first version is better. So the major differences between the first and second is the first one, the logo inside is different. So it's like SF9 in black. Then the second one is more of like a gold sphere looking style of the logo.
Yeah, and the plastic is like just clear on versions too. It's not like sparkly.
Yes, I do love the sparkly nature of the first one, and I noticed that as well. It's not available on the second one. But yeah, but that's the Jack Jack. Okay. Okay, so one thing to note about SF9 is they pump music out. But again, this is probably like, it always like catches me off guard when I see discographies for K-pop bands, but I feel like that's just like all of them are like this too, though. But from what I gathered in my research is that they were very big in Japan. I think they have a very big Japanese following because it does look like a lot of their, when they release music, they also release Japanese singles or Japanese albums. Okay, so the band, as I stated, starts with, signed with it's FNC Entertainment. This company was established in 2006, and they seem to be a bit of like everything. They have a record label, talent agency, music production, event management, and concert production, and a music publishing house. So they're kind of pretty big. And also another notable band is P1 Harmony that they manage, and they have a lot of idols that do acting too. So I feel like that's a theme that'll come up. For specifically SF9, there was a trainee program called Neoz.
I thought it was supposed to be noise, but that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like, it's spelled Neoz. Like, when I look at it, I see the word noise, but then when I really look, I'm like, that's not noise.
But yeah, I like it. We'll go with noise. So they had their own like YouTube channel and everything. It was called Noise. Basically, what it was a trainee program, and they had a lot of competitions between what was called Noise Band and Noise Dance. Noise Dance was what will soon become SF9, and then Noise Band became a band called Honesty. So in 2016, through this channel, they had an interactive web drama called Click Your Heart. So a few of the band members were in this drama. This is why I find this very fascinating between FNC specifically, is this seems to be like the first time I've seen someone like doing like a drama to kind of like launch their trainees a bit. So Click Your Heart. So viewers' choices led to lead an ostracized high school girl into a relationship with one of 4 boys, a baseball pitcher, Rowoon, a street thug, Zuo, a boy band dancer, Channy, or a childhood friend, Dawon. So I guess what it was, from what I gather, it was an actually interactive experience. So like people would vote on who they wanted to be with the girl in the end. So like it would actually, the votes would actually depend how the story ended. Anyway, it was fascinating. So that was first, and then they had in May 2016 a reality survival show, classic, very classic K-pop, called DOB, Dance or Band. So they competed with the Noise Band and Noise Dance, those two groups. Dance ended up winning the competition, and then became SF9. And then apparently they won with 51% of the votes, so it's pretty tight. And then the band group eventually does debut as Honesty in 2017, but then they disbanded in 2019. So yeah, so Noise Dance won, and they with their first song KO, which is on their first EP.
Banger.
Yes, it is a banger. FNC, apparently this was the first FNC's first dance band to debut, whatever that means, because I feel like most K-pop bands are dance bands these days. But so I looked up their the show, and they have like an absolutely insane choreography for KO. And I've seen this dance before, but I had no idea it was SF9. So they formally debuted later that year in October 5th, 2016. And they released a single album with Fanfare, KO, and Together. Fanfare debuted at number 8 and peaked at number 6 on the Gaon album chart. They made their official performance debut on the next day, October 6th, 2016, on the music program M Countdown. The music video ranked at number 6 on the Yin Yu Tai weekly chart and ranked 7th on the Yin Yu Tai monthly chart. Okay. On December 22nd, 2016, they released a special digital single, So Beautiful, for their OST, for the OST of their interactive web drama, Click Your Heart. Okay. That was their debut section, how they debuted. Now we're going to go into post-debut when these guys be hustling, because I guess like all of them, really. Every time we go into this, I'm just always surprised. I'm like, do these people ever rest? February 6, 2017, they released their first EP, Burning Sensation, with their lead single, Roar, which became number 6 on the Billboard World Album chart. They also released a Taiwanese version of this whole album on March 10th with a new Chinese single, Still My Lady. And then April 7th, 2017, they had their first showcase in Japan. April 18th, 2017, Breaking Sensation. Their lead track, Easy Love, ranked number 2 on the UK K-pop album chart. In June 7th, 2017, they officially debuted in Japan with Fanfare. Their debut single topped number 1 on Tower Records chart for single albums and number 4 on the Oricon chart. August 2nd, 2017. Second Japanese single released, Easy Love. Number 4 on the Oricon daily single and number 3 on the Towers record. And so I feel like at this point they knew they were cooking in Japan, because this seems to be better numbers than they were getting in Korea. On October 12th, they released their third EP, Nights of the Sun. November 2017. This is when they had their first US tour called SF9 Be My Fantasy in USA. December 13th, 2017, they had their first studio album, Sensational Feeling 9, was released, and this was a Japanese studio album, which I found interesting, because this is to note, this was their first studio album ever, and it wasn't a Korean studio album, it was Japanese. And it was basically, in my opinion, just a best of, but in Japanese. So it included Japanese versions of Fanfare, Roar, Easy Love, and O Solo Mio served as the lead single. Okay, now into 2018. In February, they released their fourth EP, Mamma Mia. And then like a couple months later released the Japanese version of Mamma Mia. And then they had their first Japanese tour in May to June, and it was called the Zepp Tour 2018 Mamma Mia. In July 2018, they released their fifth EP, Sensuous, a more sexy vibe, incorporating hip-hop and R&B. I mean, it's pretty wild to call your EP sensuous, so, but I get it. It's supposed to be sensation still in there. Get it? Do you get it?
It's a theme.
And then in August, late August 2018, they had their first South American fan meeting tour. In September of that year, they had their first fan meet in Taiwan. They'd be out there. They'd be seeing the people. Like, but one thing you'll notice, never in Canada. They've never come to Canada from what I can tell. So it's rude, frankly. In October 2018, they held their first domestic concert, Dreamer, at the Yes 24 Live Concert Hall. Then, now into 2019, they released their sixth EP, Narcissus? Narcissus. Thank you. Focusing on self-love, but I'm like, isn't narcissist not a good thing? Anyway, but
I mean, it is self-love to the nth degree.
to the other side. March 2019, they released the Japanese album, studio album, Illuminate, and then in April 2019, they went on their Japanese tour, and then later, like literally, like immediately after, they go straight to Europe and USA. In June 17, 2019, they released their seventh EP, RPM, which is the EDM, trap, and moombahton genre. So I looked it up. It's a genre of electronic dance music and EDM that fuses house music with reggaeton. So, okay. Makes sense. That's one of my more favorite albums, RPM. So, okay, now we slip into 2020s. And this is where I feel like they actually started to pop off in Korea itself. So Jan 7th, 2020, they released their first Korean studio album, First Collection. The album sold over 100,000 copies. All songs charting on the Melon real-time chart, and their music video, Good Guy, reaching over 40 million views. At the end of 2020, Good Guy was nominated for Best Dance Male at the Melon Music Awards, making that the first time they were ever nominated for an MMA. In January 16, 2020, it was their first ever music show win with Good Guy on M Countdown. They also took their second win the next day at the Music Bank, which was their first on a major television network. January 30th, they took their third win for the song on M Countdown with over 10,000 points. I don't know how they work over there on these shows, but sure.
I think I've seen a little bit of it. It's kind of like, you know, when you used to watch like American Idol and people would vote and it would show on the screen like the votes that were coming in. I think it works like that because I just saw it recently for like, obviously Swim is like winning them all for BTS, and it was showing it the same kind of thing, like a point thing at the bottom. Then it seemed like it happens like in real time, people vote or whatever.
Gotcha. So it's real fans. It's fantasy out there doing it, okay? On July 6th, 2020, they released their 8th EP, Glory US, but it's spelled 9 Lori. I'm assuming it's supposed to say Glory. That's how I read it.
I read that whole thing as glorious.
You are the true mastermind of reading these things. Glorious. Okay, we'll go with glorious. I like that. That's so funny. Me, I'm like, Glory US. Oh, God. Okay. And they took their first win for Summer Breeze, my favorite song, on SBS MTV's The Show, on October 5th. 2020, 4th anniversary special album was released, Special History Book. March 2nd, 2021, They all 9 members renewed their contract at this time. So, and then in April 2021, they performed on Kingdom Legendary War. This is the same season as ATEEZ, B2B, Stray Kids, The Boys, Icon. But when I looked it up, there is again a weird rating system, but it looks like they came live. Which is tragic to me, but they were paired up with The Boys and Icon, so it's probably why you and I haven't seen so many clips of them, because we were always getting the AT Stray Kids side of it. So, but yes, that's how that ended up for them. July 5th, 2021, they released their 9th EP, Turnover, and this concluded their glorious era. But then in November 2021, they released their 10th EP, Rumination, and apparently this is supposed to be a prequel to Glorious, so I'm like, okay. Their song Trauma won a Music Bank Award on this EP, and then December 30th, 2021, they released a digital single, Savior, through Universe Music for a mobile application for Universe, so great. Okay, next. So now we enter the military era and their departures, the juiciest part of the timeline. So, February to March 2022, In-seung and Youngbin enlist. And then in June 24, 2022, Rowan would not be taking part in the group's promotion for their 11th EP, The Wave of 9.
So they released The Wave of 9, and Rowan was like, not me, though. So it's actually The Wave of 8.
True. Well, and also In-seung and Youngbin aren't in there, so
it's actually The Wave of 6.
I wonder though. I didn't look it up, but I wonder if they're like, if they did like recordings on it, like the other two.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the point of it was to be like, people are gone, but we're still
9. But then Rowan, was like, peace. I'm gonna be active.
Actually, no.
Well, he's not fully gone yet, but yeah, this is the beginning of the end for Rowan. So then June of 2022, they released their Japanese Best Of album, The Best Dear Fantasy. And then July of the year, they released their 11th EP, The Wave of 9.
So like a month in June, he was like, I'm not taking part in any of this, and then a whole month later, they finally released it.
Right, I keep forgetting So again, for SF9 specifically, it was kind of hard to find us like a lot of concrete information on them, but a lot of my sources are from Wikipedia, and the most annoying thing they kept doing, they would be like, this person announced they won't be involved in it, and then like later down they go, okay, this is the actual release date of this. So I'm like, okay, you guys are being annoying. So yes, okay, so to recant my statement, June 24th, Rowan said he would not be involved in this, but then it was released, like you say, a couple months later. So, on this album, from what I could tell, it had no In-seung, Youngbin, or Rowan, so it is OT6 for this album, even though it's called The Wave of 9, okay? Then, on October 5th, they did a tour in the US, but it started in Seoul. January 9th, 2023, 12th EP, The Peace of 9. Now Rowan's back, rejoining the 6 other members. So at this time, The Peace of 9 is OT7. I'm getting confused. In March 21st, 2023, Jaeyoon enlists in the military. September 18th, this is the day. Rowan says he'll be stepping down from group activities for SF9 in order to concentrate on his growing acting career. So they confirmed that SF9 would still FNC confirmed that SF9 would still continue their musical and promotional activities as an 8-member group. So this is the first official time we are now officially down to 8 members. January 8th, 2024, they released their 13th EP, Sequence. Now, In-seung and Youngbin are back after their military service. January 11th, 2024, it was announced that Zuo had signed an exclusive contract with Haewadal Entertainment to manage his acting career while continuing to remain a member of SF9 under FNC Entertainment for group activities. There's some massive tea with this, but okay. On July 1st, 2024, Dawon enlisted in the military. In August 19th, 2024, they released their 14th EP, Fantasy. But this is only OT5. It has Youngbin, Insun, Taeyang, Huihyun, and Channy. And the rest, Jaeyoon and Dawon were enlisted, and Zuo did not participate due to other commitments. And Rowan's gone, as we know. March 11th, 2025, 15th EP, Love Race. Only OT6 though. So it's Youngbin, Insun, Taeyang, Huihyun, Channy, and Jaeyoon. Dawon is still in the military. Zuo did not participate. And Rowan, yeah. Bye. March 3rd, 2026, last month. Taeyang enlisted in the military. Yeah, he's fresh off the out of here. And then March 25th, as we talked about in our last comeback episode, they released their 16th EP, About Love, which was supposed to be an anniversary album, but Taeyang was in the military. Zuo still not involved, and Rouna gone forever. So that, in a nutshell, is SF9's journey over only 10 years. They did all of that. But still, I think we've talked about this a lot with SF9. It kind of blows my mind that they've been around so long. There's a part of them that, like, Channy was born in, like, 2001. So I'm like, what, he started when he was, like, 16?
Yeah. I feel like I thought that they were older and that they had been around longer when we first got into them. Or, like, when I first listened to them. Like, I thought they were, like, more like a B2B aged. But they're, like, basically...
They're
Stray Kids.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, almost.
Yeah. Their oldest member was born in 93, and their youngest in 2001.
It's a huge range, also.
I know. That is interesting. Imagine being a leader, and, like, your
if you were born
member...
2001 and they debuted in 2016, he was been 15. And then your oldest member's 23. Like, what? So weird.
That is interesting. I didn't put that math together. But, like, and I could not imagine, again, as the leader, like, you have this 15-year-old...
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like that's what's always so weird. Like, so who's taking care of him? You?
Yeah, Youngwin, I guess. So, well, we'll get into it, I guess. So, next I've broken down all the members. So, we have Youngbin, I guess our 23-year-old leader back in the day taking care of children. Name is Kim Youngbin, ISFP, born in 93. His emoji apparently is the 4-leaf clover. He's the leader, lead dancer, and lead rapper. He was born November 23rd, 1993 in Anyang, South Korea. He contributed to lyrics and composition for a lot of the SF9 tracks. In 2020, he made a cameo appearance in the JTBC drama What is Love? And later took on his first acting lead in the 2022 web drama Bubble Up. He was the second member to enlist. On March 29, 2022, he enlisted in the military, and he was discharged September 28, 2023. He was an active duty soldier in the 27th Infantry. I think he got to the level of sergeant. And this unit was known as the Victory Unit. It's a frontline infantry division based in Huangshan, Gowon Province. Apparently he had no public send-off due to COVID-19. In November 23rd, 2024, he had, for his birthday, he had a solo fan meeting, and the event sold out in minutes, so good for him. Now, from what I can tell, he doesn't actually have any solo music releases. It was just, like, him being there as Youngbin from SF9. Again, the latest thing I could tell is he has 50 Comcard credits, too. Fun fact. He's the father of the group, clearly. Now that we've done the math. Apparently he's hard to wake up. I can relate. He's a big fan of Epic High. Yeah. He has 2 tattoos. One goes down the whole left side, says Shine Forever. And the other is on his collarbone that says Sic Parvis Magna, which is a Latin phrase. Greatness from small beginnings. Also, for any gamers, Uncharted. And like always, his ideal type, someone with a good feeling.
What's that mean?
But yeah, you'll find as also a theme. Clearly not a group or not a label that gives a shit about tattoos, because all these guys.
I mean, woo.
We'll get to it. So the second member is Inseong, Kim Inseong, ENFJ, born in '93 as well. I think this is an acorn or a hazelnut emoji. He's the main vocalist. So he was born July 12th, 1993 in Nowongu, Seoul. He was a former SM Entertainment trainee. He also studied in London, England for 1 year so he could speak English, and he is the English face of SF9. He was the first member to enlist on March 21st, 2022. He enlisted in the military, he served in the military band, and was discharged on September 20th, 2023. He does have some his own solo music, and he released some OST tracks between 2020 and 2025, but then he also has his first solo EP called Crossfade, which came out January 14th, 2026. I took a listen to it. It's what you expect from a main vocalist of a group, so. He has, from what I can tell, 3 Comcar credits. Fun facts. Apparently he's good at drawing. He's left-handed. He's apparently the fox of the group, even though his emoji is a hazelnut. Okay. His ideal type is fantasy. And someone tall.
Yeah, like, you have to say that.
Yeah. Okay, our next member, Jaeun. Jaeun. INFP 94. A baby chick. Okay. Emoji. He's sub-vocalist. He's from Busan. Okay. Born August 9th, 94. He's best known for acting in live stage musical productions, including Founded, Another Miss O, Sopyeonji. So apparently that one that I probably butchered pronouncing is a long-running award-winning South Korean musical, and its final season garnering media acclaim for his adaptability and growth as a musical actor. So from what I can tell, he has 7 live theater productions in total that he's been a part of. He was the third to enlist on March 21st, 2023. Jaeun enlisted in the 3rd Division of the Army, active duty soldier. He was discharged on September 20th, 2024. Apparently he was in what's known as the White Skull or Pekgol unit. It's an elite frontline infantry division known for its high readiness. Formed in 1947 and upgraded to a division in 1949, played a crucial role in the Korean War and is famous for being an invincible unit that never lost a battle. So, damn, bro, he's in this unit. So, okay.
All right.
He only has 5 Concord credits, and he has a couple of solo songs, but they're like OST songs. I don't think it's mentioned here, but it also appears like he looked like he was also a part of the military band, because they're here. I found a photo of him with a tenor saxophone. Okay. Oh yeah. So around the same time, Youngbin, Incheon, and Jaeun all like at least crossed over at least at some point in the military together. Fun facts: he's a jokester.
Okay.
Apparently, he used to live in the countryside, so he could distinguish poison plants and animals from those who are not poisonous.
Okay.
It's a good skill to have, I think.
Sure.
His favorite color is fantasy. He's afraid of heights. Apparently, he's in charge of the honey voice in the group, which means he can sing any song in a sweet way.
Okay.
He thinks his best trait is his butt. So, that's his words. Apparently one of his habits is speaking in Satori. Okay? We know what that means. And his ideal type is someone who likes Pokemon. Okay?
What? That's what
Yeah.
he said? What a weird thing to just say.
I mean, so that's Jamin. Our next member is Dawon. His legal name, Lee Sang-hyuk. ISFJ, born in 95. And from what I could tell, his emoji is the tongue out emoji, but like just the tongue.
Yuck.
Yeah, it was okay. He's the sub vocalist of the group. So, he was born July 24th, 95 in Ilsan. He's apparently a regular cast member of the SBS game show. He visited and studied in Spain for 4 months, and he was the 4th member to enlist. He enlisted on July 1st, 2024, and discharged December 31st, 2025, so not too long ago. He completed his basic training and was assigned to a unit, although it was never publicly announced where he went to maintain privacy, I guess. But he was at the 2025 Army Festival with Soho. There's clips of him dancing with Soho, so... and from what I can tell, he has 3 Comca credit. Fun facts. He sang Big Bang members Taeyang's I Need a Girl for his audition. His hobbies are eating, dress up and steal hearts, guys. We got a playboy out here. His ideal type is someone who's sexy and cute, someone middle height, someone with long hair, someone big eyes, someone kind. Okay, bro.
Not asking for much.
Just this list of items.
The last guy was like, I like Pokemon. This guy's like, first of all, sexy. First of all, second of all, long hair.
Can't be short, can't be tall. Has to be a middle height. He's another member with tattoos, and his first one says grazioso, which is a musical term that is supposed to invoke a sense of lightness and delicacy, so sure, makes sense. Second one is random Roman numerals, from what I can tell. It apparently it's LV III, but when I look up like how to read that, the internet tells me it doesn't make any sense. So
58-8?
58.
Maybe?
So I don't know. Maybe it means something. But yeah, maybe it's something personal to him. But anyway, so
it's an inside thing for him only, okay?
Yeah,
Mind
exactly.
your business.
His third tattoo is a crown similar to G-Dragon's tattoo. I guess he's a big bang guy out here. And then his fourth is Michael Jackson.
Just like straight up.
I couldn't find a direct photo of it, but that's what this source says, that it's just Michael Jackson's. Anyway, so that's Dawood.
Anyway.
Moving on. Okay, next we got Huihang, Kim Young-kun, INFP, born in 99, and his emoji... Stop it. His emoji says top, and with an arrow pointing up. But I don't know, man. I don't know. And he's a sub-rapper. Also born in Busan, May 11th, 1999. He was born there, but he grew up in town area called Chungcheong. It's a central west area of Korea. So he didn't really grow up by the sea. In 2021, he was in a drama called Imitation. But he's also done a few more dramas after that. One called Miracle and Matchmakers, which Rowan was the lead of that one.
Was that before or after?
Oh, you mean after Rowan's departure?
He stepped down September 2023, so I guess it depends on when that came out.
Yeah, it was right around there.
Awkward.
Hey, there's no buddies. They still love each other. Between 2023 and 2024, he released 3 single tracks. And then in 2024, he released 1 full single album with those 3 songs on it. And apparently this guy, 61 Comcar credits. So I guess his role in Imitation was pretty close to real life. Producer guy. Some fun facts. According to Inseong, Huihang is the happy virus of the group. Apparently he can pull out a pitch as high as a dolphin's.
Okay.
His hobbies are movie appreciation, kickboxing, and drawing. According to Jaeyoon, he's the visual member. I think a lot of people think it's Rowan though, but he's not there anymore. So he's very close to Channy. Apparently, he's softie of the group. Like everyone talk to him as like he's so emotionally like he's emotional. Like, yeah,
he's the Jimin.
True. This guy has a crazy back tattoo.
Yeah.
Like, it is a full-on back tattoo. His whole back is covered. I don't even know what it is, but it looks like he has, like script of some kind on the top left, but then his whole right side is covered in something, and then he has got a centerpiece that is almost looks like a sun radiating or something. Girl, it is something else.
I know, when I was looking up some stuff, I saw it and I was like, that's gotta be fake. But then I was like, it's real. I was like, that is a crazy choice. It makes me think of Full Metal Alchemist when they revealed the back tat on the blonde girl. I can't remember her name now. She works with Mustang. She's like the shooter girl. Okay. She has like this massive like alchemy tattoo on her back for him to work or whatever. That's what makes me think of.
Well, he's Full Metal Alchemist. Okay. Apparently his ideal type is someone with long legs or Rachel McAdams.
Well, all right. Canadian.
Yep. Oh. And someone who's older.
We're halfway there.
Okay, so that's Hui Hyun. Then we got Channy, our sweet Channy, Kong Chang Hee, INTP, 2000, born in 2000. He's got the little angel emoji. Because he is a pure angel on this earth. He's the main dancer, sub-rapper, face of the group, and the magna. So he's born January 17, 2000 in Daejeon, which apparently is a central west city. So in 2009, when he was 9 years old, he debuted as a child actor through the MBC drama Queen Sundok. And then he did 9 features or TV series before debuting in 2016. So yeah, this guy's the youngest member, but he was probably the most like experienced in the world of entertainment before he even entered SF9. Since debuting, so after 2016, he's done around 20 different TV, movies, all of that, including 2021's Imitation. One of the most acclaimed shows he was in was called Sky Castle in 2018, and he was also been nominated for a few awards. So he was also apparently a former trainee of Fantagio. And that company had a debut group as well called iTeen, but this program did also create Astro, Loon 8, and female groups Hello Venus and Weki Meki.
Okay.
But Astro, that's the big one. Astro, we all know.
Astro.
So Channy was a trainee for 7 years too. Like, this guy, I feel like came out of the womb. It was just like,
yeah.
He was like, hey, I'm here.
He came out of the womb signing contracts.
Pretty much. In 2019 to 2021, he was the host for Show Musical with Hyunjin from Stray Kids. I just didn't even realize Hyunjin was a host at any point. But
I think I've seen clips of him. I think this is I don't know if it's the same show, but it always seems like the same show. I think Subin did this too.
Probably.
When you see those, remember that clip of Subin where he's with TXT and they're like, you have to do the grading or whatever. He's like host and guy. I think that's the same show.
That's so funny. But yeah, so they did that for 2 years. 2 years. And also, they also co-hosted with Gugudan's Mina. In 2022, he hosted the KBS Entertainment Awards with Sol In Ah, she's an actress, and Moon Se-yoon, he's a comedian. So this guy, I don't know, man.
It's just so funny to me because, like, when you said Mina also, there's a specific clip of Hyunjin where the girl is doing something cute and he gives her, like, a dirty side eye. Now I'm trying to think, like, can you see Channy in the background, like, of that clip?
Probably.
Like, now I need to see these clips again.
I know.
Like, he's just there.
Yeah, I know. That was the most interesting fact that I was like, what? When I looked it up, because I didn't believe that Hyunjin was a host at any point, so I Googled it. And from what I can tell, at least from the one clip I saw, Hyunjin and Mina were on one side and Channy was on the other, so maybe that's why you never see. But yeah, okay, but Channy blows my mind, basically. He's just never stopped, and he can do everything, apparently. He can rap, he can act, he can sing, he can host, apparently. So, he does have a couple of solo songs. They're OST solo tracks, and he does have 25 Comcut credits, from what I can tell. So, fun facts about him. Apparently, he's the one that can reach the highest note in the group. Even though Hyun can hit the pitch of a dolphin, but
yeah.
He can also play piano and violin. Okay, golly. And he used to be childhood friends with Astro's Moonbin and Icon's Chan. Channy was also involved in the song for Moonbin, Moon. Apparently Channy is really good friends with Hyunjin. After their experiences. I always love that on these websites. Like, they're really good friends. You're like, they're just probably cordial at least with each other.
Yeah,
like,
they probably were like seen together once after. They were like, hey, what's up? So good to see you. And everyone's like, oh my god, best friends.
Channy's ideal type, someone kind and sincere with good manners. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
The second part might be tough, but
a little tough, but yeah.
I'll do my best.
Channy, we love you, Channy, okay? Okay, now we're going into hiatus members, or former members, okay? So, we have Zuho, Paek Chu-ho, ENFJ, born in 96, Line Emoji, the main rapper. He was born July 4th, 96, in Seoul. He was the first trainee for SF9. And then Zuho and Ruan trained for 6 years before their debut. What I find the most interesting about him is he has not enlisted yet, which I find very weird because that means he's 30 now. So even with the extension he should be getting, he's got to be enlisting. Unless if he has an exemption that just I could not find publicly anywhere, but interesting. January 11th, 2024, he signed with Hawadal Entertainment. This is specifically supposed to be for acting, so he apparently still has a contract with FNC for SF9.
He wanted to act under someone else.
I think FNC took that personally. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, well, what's new?
In July 2024, he held his first solo concert called Sparkle. I tried up and down to find anything about like what that meant. It does because he doesn't seem to have any solo music released on Spotify anyway, so I guess it was just him performing. But from what I could see, fans were able to see a dynamic set list featuring his latest hits, which again, I don't know what that means because I couldn't find anything, but fan favorite tracks and possibly some surprise performances. The Sparkle theme promises a visually stunning production with dazzling stage effects and choreography. So whatever that means. So he did that. So I don't know.
Sounds more like a fan meeting than a concert, like interactive segments and all that stuff.
So yeah, probably.
I don't know what the defining difference between those, but
I know. So, and then from what I could see in 2025, he had like a drama box series. So I don't know if you've heard of if you've noticed the uprising in like short content, like not just like YouTube shorts, but like short dramas.
Yeah, I think isn't that the thing that did? Remember we were talking about that random office thing that he was doing? I mean, I don't know. I never watched it, but some kind of office drama. And I think it was like that, like a short.
Okay.
It seemed like that. It seemed like a YouTube series, but not on YouTube.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of like interesting conversations on this type of content right now because most of it is fueled by AI, like scripts and even animations. Like some of them are live action, like clearly like this one that Zuo was live action, but I've definitely gone a bit down the rabbit hole. It's an interesting side of it. Anyway, that's the only thing I can see in that he's been acted in since his change. So yeah, it's called Touching Your Heartbeat, and it was a short drama series and he does have 58 Comcare credits from what I can tell. Apparently he was the producer of the group too, so some fun facts. He's considered the most charismatic member. The other members say this about him. Sometimes he sleep talks while he sleeps. His role model and mentor is Suga from BTS. Now, that's the way they wrote it. I'm like, mentor? Does he like actually have a connection with like Suga? That'd be cool. I don't know. Because usually mentor to me means someone is actively
Yeah, I mean, I
involved.
feel like people do use the term loosely, but it would normally mean like someone that actually taught you or
I
whatever.
mean, let's hope. Okay, apparently Suho hates corn because when he was young, he almost died eating it.
Okay.
Trauma! Apparently he's really close with Wendy from Red Velvet.
She's Canadian also.
Is she really?
think.
Okay. His ideal type is someone to fall in love with at first sight. Okay, so the T. From what I can see, yeah, he left because he wanted, and he didn't even leave. That's the thing. Apparently, yeah, from everything I could see, he still has a contract with FNC to do group work with SF9. He only left for acting purposes for this other one. From what I can see, again, please, my sources are Reddit, so please keep that with a grain of salt. But from what I've seen, they've revoked his FNC has revoked his access to the building, so he can't even get in, unless if he's with an escort. So, again, I don't know if this is all true. He also can't use the group Instagram, group Twitter, group anything. I don't know. There seems to be something weird going on between them. But he always reiterates that SF9 is 9 members and hopes for a full group reunion one day. And even as recently as March 23rd, like the other day, basically, he posted a post. It did seem, I will clarify, it did seem like a sponsored post for something, but the caption said, "My brothers, I'm always so grateful." And that was literally just around 2 days before SF9 released their About Love album, which he was not involved in, but I don't think it was his choice. Like, I feel like there's some weird something going on here where they're just not letting him be involved, even though he seems so adamantly wanting to be involved in certain things with the group. So my pure speculation, I have talked about in grand detail, FNC is also an actor representation label, and they have a lot of actors. So when he said he wanted to leave to go to another agency for acting, I think they took that personally. And they're like, fine, we'll still let you be a part of SF9, but not really. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if he'll ever come back. It seems like he really wants to, but they don't let him come back. So that's the team with him. It's tragic, because my gosh, I would love him back in the group, but
Yeah.
okay. Then we have Taeyang, formerly known as Taeyang.
Oh, I see. Like his stage name was just Taeyang before, and now
Yeah.
he goes by Yu Taeyang.
Yeah, so
Sure.
I
Even though
wonder-
his name is also Yu Taeyang.
Yeah, I know. So I'm like, okay. Cause yeah, I guess don't want to confuse him with Taeyang from Big Bang.
We won't. We definitely won't.
He was INFP, born in 97, and he is the sun with a face on it emoji. Sub-vocalist and main dancer. So, general facts, February 28th, 97, he was born in Seoul. He was the third member of third trainee of SF9. So we have another musical theater person here. So he's acted in quite a few musical theaters. One called Altar Boys, Secretly Greatly, The Last, Human Court, Dream High. And then the most recent one was the Korean production of Rent, which he starred in, which ran from November 9th, 2025 to February 22nd, 2026, so literally a couple months ago. And then right after that, though, he enlisted. So he enlisted March 3rd, 2026, and he will be discharged right now will be discharged September 2nd, 2027. He would have just finished his basic training, and now he's in the military band. So, he has one solo single, so got that. He's on 5 Comcard credits. Apparently, he has a unique vocal skill where he can make any song sorrowful. Okay.
Wow. Great.
Well, that's why I guess he's good for musical theater, I guess. His favorite Kingdom stage, so like when the stage they did in the show Kingdom, because he did Taemin's Move. Okay. If he wasn't a singer, he'd want to be a florist. Okay. Well, lovely guy. Apparently he has the best calligraphy in the group. He keeps his side of the room dirty.
Like specifically?
Specifically, yeah. He's like,
I keep my room dirty.
Okay. His role models are EXO's Dio and Kai. All right, pop off, okay? His ideal type is someone who smiles brightly. Oh, that's so cute, huh? Okay, last but not least, our former member, Roon Kim Sok-woo, INFJ, born in 96. He's a little mouse emoji. He was the lead vocalist, he was the visual, and he was the center. Born August 7th, 1996 in Seoul. He was introduced as a trainee in FNC's reality show Cheongdam-dong 111. Okay? He was the second trainee for SF9. From what I could tell, he started like right away with the acting. Like he was just popping off immediately. So after they did their Click Your Heart series, he kept doing shows. So in 2017, he had a show called School 2017. And then he had a breakout role in Extraordinary You in 2019. He got a lot of nominations for this role too, and he also actually won NBC's drama's Best New Actor. So he kind of just like popped off right away. It was kind of in contrast to the other members that have done acting. It seems like he was getting like a lot of like actual like
acclaim,
yeah, recognition.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense why he would leave the group for acting if he's like literally winning awards for it. I guess I know. That's what I saw too. I was like, why would he just like leave? But I'm like, okay, he was like actually like not just acting, like popping off acting. Some other big shows that he did were one called The King's Affection, where he was the co-lead, and so it was a period romance, and that seems to be one of his genres that made him famous, because he had another one called The Matchmakers, the one with Hui Young in it as well. It was also a period piece, so he received nominations for both of those at the KBS Drama Awards and won. And also, fun fact, when I was looking at it, every single award he was ever nominated for KBS Drama Awards, he won all of them. So he won 6 awards in total from KBS Drama Awards, which from what I can tell is pretty big deal, because I feel like KBS is one of the big ones that we always hear about. The Korean broadcasting system? Yeah. I'd say it's probably the biggest.
Yeah, NBC and KBS seem to be the big ones. So yeah, I don't know. This guy, fine. He's got something going. Fine.
Sure.
I haven't.
I guess.
I haven't really watched anything with him yet, but I will also again give him props. In 2023, he did a show called A Time Called You, and he played a queer character. So I appreciate that. We both watched the clip, and it's kind of insane. Apparently he's only in one episode from what I could see, and I think he dies, so just spoiler.
I was gonna say, like, did he die though? Like,
I think so. I think he does, because I read he's only in one episode, and that episode ends.
And they were clearly setting something up, so
I know.
He must have died in the spoilers.
Tragic. But pop off. He also hosted various awards too from between 2021 and 2024. He with some notable co-hosts as Eunwoo from Astro, our tax evader, and
alleged.
And Youngji. Ever heard of her? Our queen. And then, as we mentioned, in 2023, September 18, 2023, he said he would no longer be a part of all of the SF9 stuff because clearly his acting career is popping the heck off. So, for the military, he almost got exempted actually from the military. He was originally scheduled for July 2025, but it was delayed because he had a classification of grade 7, which means he had a physical injury or mental health, but it was a physical injury thing. So he almost didn't go to military. Again, this was my source from Reddit, but apparently he has a lot of back problems. When he did the Kingdom Legendary War, he could only participate in a few of the events because of his back issues, and he also had a pretty big knee injury at one point. And that's also probably why some people say he wanted to move to acting too, because obviously less intensive on his body. So some people said at some point during the Kingdom series he had like a full-on back brace. So but then eventually the military was like, you're fine.
But then they were like, actually, you're fine.
Yeah. In October 27th, 2025, he was cleared to be an active duty soldier. But it looks like he's not. He looks like he's doing training, so I think he's not really maybe doing too much physical activity. They're like, okay, you're fine. We'll just put you as a training post. Is what it feels like. So yeah, he's a training battalion leader. He's apparently at the Non-San Army Training Center. Okay, and this I just found funny. In early 2026, he's working on this like storyteller program called the Day's Military Story, produced by the Defense Media Agency. But he replaced Unmo after all of the stuff that happened with his tech stuff. Unmo was doing this, but they're like, get him out of here. He brought Rowan to do it, so I thought that was kind of funny.
I mean, I know we're not talking about Astro and Wu, but like that thing was so big for like 2 weeks, and then there was no conclusion. So like, was he doing tax evasion or not? Like,
you gotta figure it out.
It makes me think that it wasn't true, because wouldn't that have been the story? Oh yeah, he was found guilty, but no one ever said that. So like,
maybe they're still
what happened there?
Well, you gotta do it. You gotta do an episode on Astro, I guess, girl.
I guess, yeah.
He has 2 Comcard credits.
Yeah, because he's an actor.
Fun facts! He apparently is the member who can cook the best. He's closest friends with Channy. Yeah, Channy is the Jimin, I feel like, too. I know you said Huihyun, but everyone loves Channy, so.
I mean, yeah.
Apparently he is a neat freak. Okay. So he better not be rooming with Taeyang, apparently. He played soccer when he was young, and he finished 3rd place on the national soccer competition. Okay. His ideal type, someone who looks good in his eyes. Okay. Yeah, I would hope so.
So everybody's ideal type?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And someone tall, okay? He also has a bunch of like ambassador. He's an ambassador to a bunch of brands, of course. And he did a Calvin Klein shoot, okay? And he went all in for that shoot, okay, girl? This guy's crazy.
I know, that's what I was saying. I was like, I feel like I've seen some Calvin Klein stuff with idols where I was like, this is like unhinged behavior. But then I could never find it after.
I mean, he was just full underwear. That was it. He went full in. And then they're
cock out.
Like, yeah, it's gotta be stuffed. I'm just saying.
I mean,
at least partially, you know? I feel like I've heard that before.
It's rounded out at least a little, right? It's not like you can't see the outline of a dick there.
Yes, I think I've seen that before. No matter like what your size is, they gotta you can't just have like
I got like cup situation going on. Make it nice and smooth.
But it looks pronounced. Let's just say that, okay?
Yeah, it's massive. Let's not mince words. There's literally a shadow in this picture. There's literally a shadow from it on his leg. Do not. Anyway, look it up. You'll see for yourself. Treat yourself.
Oh my god. Okay, everyone, that is SF9. We went through their history, all the members, and now some of our favorite songs, albums. I really did enjoy listening to SF9 overall. Like I was surprised by how much of it I enjoyed listening to. A lot of their albums are just wall-to-wall bangers. That's why, again, I think for us too, their latest album kind of threw us off because it was like nothing like anything else. For me, favorite songs are Midnight Road, Jungle Game, O Sole Mio, Summer Breeze, Roar. Okay, for Roar, there's a part, I think they knew what they were doing when they wrote the song, because there is a part in the song where it's sung in Korean, but it sounds like in English. Put it in ya. I'm like, I know what you guys are doing here. But so every time it comes on, I'm like, put it in ya. For albums, I really liked RPM and Piece of Nine.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it many times on this podcast. I really liked Love Race when it came out. I listened to it right after we watched Imitation, and I thought it was like a no-skip album to me. I had it on my list like for so long, and I kept thinking we should listen to it because I figured their whole discography would be like all bangers.
Pretty much was for me.
I mean, it was fine. It was good still, but it wasn't like top to bottom craziness. There were definitely some passes, like the latest album, and yeah. So I was like, well, okay, but whatever. I still think that Love Race is I think it's a masterpiece. Okay.
Good.
I know that I can get it online, but I want a specific version. That version's sold out, so I refuse to get it until I get that version.
Fine.
I like their debut song. Fanfare is pretty good, and KO. I liked KO as well. But yeah, I like Domino, Watch Out, Fall Down, Scold, Teardrop, Hide and Seek, Blank. Summer Breeze I thought was pretty good as well.
Can't stop listening to that. I feel like as of right now, if we were to pull Spotify Rap, that song would be in my top 5 songs. Replayed songs. Guarantee you. So, okay. Any potential biases?
When I was listening to it, I was trying to figure out who was singing what parts, and there's like certain like rap parts that I really liked that like just hit like so spicy. And so I started watching those color coded videos, whatever they're called, where it shows who's singing what parts, because I was like, I gotta figure out who it is because this is probably gonna be my bias. And for like a long time, a lot of their rappers are, I guess because they've moved around a little, like switched roles around a little bit, they kind of blend together a little bit.
Right.
Like sometimes they sound a little similar. So I was like, not sure if it was Channy, wasn't sure if it was Suho, wasn't sure if it was Huyoung, whatever. But anyway, I narrowed it down and it was Huyoung, which thank God, because he's still in the group. So I was like, he's probably top of my list right now. And then I think I was talking to you about it, and I was like, I hadn't even looked at Imitation yet, because I was like, my next check is to see who was in Imitation, to see which one it was. And you were like, oh, it's the Imitation guy, and I was like, okay, perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Perfect. I know he's styled different. Like I feel like a lot of, at least now in comebacks, he has bangs now, but he was forehead out in Imitation.
Yeah.
Yes, it was him and Channy that were in Imitation. We know Channy. Okay, that's another thing with Channy. Like, he's not my bias or anything, but he was so good in Imitation. Like, every time, I would just be like, oh my god.
I mean, that is still one of, like, that big reveal at the end where he, like, came out of the stage. And that's still, like, one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
I know!
I still remember when he came out, and I was, like, screaming.
I know, he has an impact in that whole story too, but he pulls it off, anyway. For me, I was leaning towards Zuho in the original, but like again, he's not really in it anymore. But then when I was reading through all of these descriptions, I kind of really gravitated towards Jaeyoon. He seems funny, so maybe. But I also kind of like Youngbin too. I don't know. I haven't watched any real content yet, so maybe it'll shift around. But those are potentials. And Huion would be like record territory, I feel like, for me. So, but yeah. And then, okay, so then I did pull, based on K-profiles, the audacity of some of these votes, in my opinion. So, of course, the first one was Rowoon, was the first top bias. Then Channy. Then Taeyang. Then Huihyung, then Inseong, then Zuo, then Dawon, then Jaeyoon, and then last Youngman. Rude. But yes.
Yeah, I feel like my second choice would be Youngbin.
Yes, thank you. He's so cute. And a rapper, and seems like a nice guy. Yeah, everyone loves.
I mean, Rohoon is not surprising at all.
No,
to me.
not at all. He's kind of gives me that like Sand vibe. You know what I mean? Of like everyone just loves him, and you're like,
yeah.
I'm over it. Like he seems fine. Like he seems like a good guy. Whatever. Just like I'm over it. Yeah, you're handsome.
I guess like
and got a big cock.
It does make sense to me. We said no more. It does make sense to me that Channy's the face of the group, but I just like feel surprised by it.
Again, like I said, like he's super talented, and I think he's got like that cute charm.
I mean, the fact that he's been acting since like
9.
he was like 9 years old or whatever. Like I get why he's the face of the group, but it still does seem a little like I just I don't expect that.
I know, I
guess.
agree.
But I guess if I think about SF9, he is the first face that pops into my head. But only because of Imitation.
Yeah, but that's right.
Yeah,
that's the whole
exactly.
thing, right? So maybe that's also.
Yeah.
Maybe we didn't grow up on Korean television, but maybe people are like, oh my god, Channy. Like maybe they just known him forever, right? So, but yeah, very interesting group. A lot of musical theater too, which I found surprising. Like never really heard so much.
Yeah, I'm curious about Taeyang's Rent stuff. I kind of want to like watch some clips of it because I like really loved Rent in like high school.
Are you
and
gonna be
college
okay?
and stuff.
You almost broke there. I loved Rent.
I mean, I did. It's like kind of was like one of the first musicals I ever saw.
Oh, okay.
I looked it up. He played the role of Roger, which is like
a main role.
Pretty big role. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, they're all arguably main roles. It's an ensemble cast. Okay.
All right.
But I would say probably one of like the top 3 or 4
billing,
roles.
maybe.
Yeah, so like I'm really curious to see like I guess it'll be in Korean, so it won't sound quite the same as what I'm used to.
But you'll know. You should know.
I'm curious
enough.
to like watch some clips of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see.
Okay, you'll see little Taeyang. Okay, but yeah, very interesting. Like you said, like musical theater aside, like a few of them. The FNC model is very fascinating to me. But poor Zuko, we don't know what's gonna happen to him. He betrayed FNC in their eyes.
I guess.
But it's anyway. He's the tragic story of this.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
Yeah, I also was leaning towards him at first too, but then
Cute.
yeah, you were like, he's not really in it anymore. And I was like, well,
I know, he's like so cute. And he's the rapper, and he was like the producer guy, you know. Ugh. But that's it. We did it. We talked about SF9. I hope y'all check them out. I think they're worth being checked out. I don't think they have enough credit, whatever you want to call it.
they got bangers.
Yes, they've got bangers. Let's keep it to that. And acting chops. So apparently you can see most of them.
Watch Imitation.
Watch Imitation. And go watch Rent somehow in Korean.
Somehow.
As always, so we'll catch y'all flippers on the flip. Bye.